We're tracking an animal cruelty investigation in Nicholasville, where 19 dogs were pulled from a home.
A northern Kentucky family is asking the community for help after their daughters died in a house fire. And an embattled Kentucky clerk is expected to head back to work tomorrow.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News.
Thanks for staying up late with WKYT. I'm Kristen Kennedy. A Central Kentucky animal shelter needs help nursing nearly 24 dogs back to health. Animal control officers in Jessamine County took 19 dogs from a home on Green Street in Nicholasville yesterday. And shelter leaders now need help caring for so many new dogs. WKYT Sam Smith is in Jessamine County with our top story.
These are just 2 of 19 dogs that were pulled from a Nicholasville home.
We've got a range in breeds from Chihuahuas to Dachshunds to even a St. Bernard.
Now, as you can probably tell in this video, these puppies look afraid. Now, that's something folks here at the shelter will work on before they're adopted.
They are. They're just scared. They haven't had a lot of interaction with humans.
Mike Cassidy,
We've got to rehabilitate them.
Director of Jessamine County Public Services, says officers went to a home on Green Street on Saturday to check out a questionable living conditions complaint. He says the conditions were deplorable.
The animals there were infested with fleas, worms. We brought a veterinarian on scene who did a brief exam of the dogs. Many of them were found to be anemic. So at that point we made the decision to take the dogs in.
15 of the 19 dogs will be available for adoption once they're healthy. The remaining 4 dogs will be used as evidence in the case and then adopted out. The dog owner has not been charged, but she is expected to face 19 counts of animal cruelty. In the meantime, the shelter has 19 dogs to look after, and they could use the public's help through donations.
It's hard for an animal shelter to take on 19 animals unexpectedly all at one time like that.
In Nicholasville, Sam Smith, WKYT.
And the dogs will go back to the vet tomorrow. Officers plan on filing charges against the dog owner tomorrow, too. An Owen County family is dealing with a terrible loss tonight. A 2-year-old and a 4-year-old died in a house fire yesterday morning. The coroner has identified those girls as sisters Alicia Tackett and Abby Yeager. Police say their father was home at the time but couldn't pull them out of the house because of all the smoke and debris.
To lose young kids in a fire like that, it does hurt. And it's going to hurt this community. I mean, my heart goes out to the family of these kids, these 2 girls.
The family has set up a GoFundMe page to help with funeral expenses. You can find that link on our website, WKYT.com. So far, they've raised more than $8,000. And a Jessamine County family needs help repairing the part of their home that a fire damaged. The fire started around 3 this morning at a house on Florence Court. Crews were able to contain the flames to just 1 room and a hallway. They're still not sure what caused the fire. The family has set up a GoFundMe page to help with the cost of repairs. We have that link on our website at WKYT.com. A Laurel County man accused of murdering his estranged girlfriend will face a judge tomorrow morning. Police arrested Joseph Nestor Friday after they found Amber Decker's body near her home. Police had been searching for Decker for several days and say someone burned her home down. State police are still trying to track down the person responsible for a murder in Estill County. Troopers found 44-year-old Mickey Randall Riddle dead inside his home on Pea Ridge Road in Irvin Friday. A neighbor saw a purple van with gold trim near Riddle's home. Around the same time, 2 shots were fired. After spending 5 days in jail, Rowan County Clerk Kim Davis is heading back to work tomorrow. Davis left jail last week after her deputy clerks filled the obligation of issuing marriage licenses in her absence. Friday, her attorneys filed a new emergency stay motion in federal appeals court, asking that Judge Bunning's order that Davis issue licenses be thrown out. We are wrapping up our fall-like weekend here in the Bluegrass. Expect temperatures to jump back up a little for the work week. Meteorologist Jim Caldwell has an early look at the forecast.
And we're tracking the chill already out there tonight, with temperatures showing up in some cases in the 40s already. Low 50s also coming into play. Danville, Richmond, into Lexington, Frankfort, all of us into the low 50s. So the chill has arrived. How about Harlan? They're at 48 degrees already. So that is the real chill, and a lot of us get in on that tonight. Here's what we've got all around us. Not much of anything. What we're seeing is more of a northerly wind pushing its way into the area, allowing for the cold air invasion. Now, eventually what will happen is we'll trade things up and we'll see temperatures start to climb all over again. Let's plan your Monday for you. As we look into the early morning, we'll start around 45. Some of you will be even colder than that. There's a good chance we run into some spots in the low 40s out there. In a slow go as we get toward midday and beyond, we're at 74 degrees. Normal daytime high should be around 80 degrees, so we're going to come in about 6 degrees below that, and then we'll continue to cool off again tomorrow. But this is the beginning of a warmer period as we go into the final full week of summer. We'll track all of it coming up in just a few minutes.
Neighbors in the Chevy Chase area are meeting Tuesday to discuss the future of the building that the Kroger on Romney Road used to occupy. Kroger closed yesterday. Company leaders say they'd been losing money at that location since 2008. More than 1,200 people signed an online petition to try and keep it open. Many are hoping another grocery store will fill the space. A Lexington trail is getting a new addition. Next year, the Legacy Trail will house a 70-foot tall water tank. Our partners at the Herald-Leader report the tank is part of the city's stormwater remediation efforts. The paper says the tank has to be located on the trail because of stormwater runoff. Tuesday, city leaders will meet to discuss the proposed plans to make sure the area around the tank doesn't become an eyesore. The city hopes to add trees, public art, benches, bike racks, and restrooms. We have a traffic alert to pass along to drivers tonight. Starting tomorrow, crews will begin inspections on bridges over the Kentucky River on Interstate 64 in Franklin County. Inspection on the I-64 East Bridge will begin tomorrow morning and last about a week. The road will be reduced to one lane between mile markers 55 and 56 from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Inspection on the I-64 West Bridge is scheduled for the week of September 21st. A nonprofit animal sanctuary needs help paying for one of their own to go to school. The Wolf Run Wildlife Sanctuary wants one of their wolf hybrids, Nayeli, to become a certified therapy dog. Nayeli is going to school at Sit Means Sit in Lexington. Once certified, Nayeli can work on a television or movie set.
We're going to work with her a little bit differently, especially with the career that she's going into. We're going to focus a lot on that attention, so that way we're going to be able to direct her wherever we need her to go when she's on set.
Nayeli's training costs $995. If you want to donate to the Wolf Run Wildlife Sanctuary, we have a link to their GoFundMe page on our website, WKYT.com. California leaders have declared a state of emergency. Raging fires have forced more than 17,000 people from their homes. Many evacuees have nothing to return to. Danielle Nottingham reports from Lake County, California.
The Valley Fire exploded in Northern California. Flames destroyed home after home in Lake County, about 100 miles north of San Francisco. Embers rained down on residents trying to escape the raging wildfire.
Neighbors' houses, friends' houses, everybody's houses are burning up. It's awful.
The fast-moving fire is still growing. The governor has declared a state of emergency. Evacuees fear the worst.
Everything behind the gas station is gone. The school's gone, the store's gone, and a lot of people have dogs stuck up there and they won't let them go get them.
Officials say heavy wind and dry brush fueled the wildfire. The blaze jumped a highway and drivers abandoned cars. 4 firefighters suffered second-degree burns battling the fire. Residents say parts of Middletown have burned to the ground.
We're a strong community and we all stick together and we'll just rebuild it day by day.
Another wildfire is also burning 70 miles southeast of Sacramento. That fire has destroyed more than 130 structures. Thousands more are in its path.
The forecast calls for more erratic winds Monday, the same conditions that caused this fire to level block after block so fast. Danielle Nottingham, CBS News, Middletown, California.
Crews say there is zero containment of the Valley fire. Investigators are trying to figure out what caused a plane to crash during an air show in Tennessee, killing a Louisville pilot. The crash happened at the Wings Over Big South Fork Air Show in Scott County, Tennessee. Family members say Jay Gordon was trying to complete a plane trick when he crashed. Rescue crews found the wreckage in the river near the spot where Gordon took off.
When we saw the puff of smoke and, he did not come back, it was, heart dropped, and we just, started instantly saying some prayers.
Gordon was the only person on the plane. The vice president of communications for the Kentucky Derby says Gordon participated in the Thunder over Louisville Air Show for many years. In a statement, she said, in recent years, his flying experience and engineering experience have helped keep Thunder's air show going. His passion for flying and love of thunder will truly be missed. State education leaders say Kentucky's improving economy is causing a decline in community college enrollment. The Kentucky Community and Technical College system heads say enrollment is expected to be 81,000 this fall, a 25% reduction from its peak of 108,000 in 2011. That number has forced the state system to cut $36 million in expenses this year, including 262 teacher and staff member positions. Leaders there say now that jobless rates are down, students are not looking to earn new degrees to get jobs. A Lexington hip-hop artist will release a new album at midnight. And instead of taking money for the music, he's asking listeners to pay in a different way. Divine Karama says he wants to promote a positive attitude in his music and the community. He's asking people to take pictures of themselves doing something for the community and then tag him on Twitter or Facebook.
That can be coaching a youth football team. That could be donating to a charity. That could be bringing some clothes to the Goodwill. That could be whatever community service is to you. That's how you get a copy of the album.
Karama plans to volunteer at several places tomorrow to kick off the release. Tonight we got a new Miss America. Miss Georgia Betty Cantrell took the title in the competition. Miss Kentucky Lexington native Clark Davis was one of 52 who competed. Davis was eliminated from the competition, but she had plenty of support from her home state. People gathered at Lafayette High School, her alma mater, to celebrate and watch her compete. There were food trucks out there, live music, and a live viewing of the show.
The second day of school, Clark came back to say hello to us as her teachers and her administrators, and it was really great to see her, and we couldn't be more proud. And it was that visit home that kind of sparked the idea, hey, let's do something for her.
All the proceeds from tonight's event went to Davis's platform, Dyslexia Awareness. Davis was one of the only contestants in this year's program to lend her support to a special education cause.